So I recently saw Black Panther and I really liked it. But this is not a review of the movie, it's an attempt to capitalize off the recent success of the movie by trying to relate it to my channel. I'm not explaining what Vibranium is, and I'm not explaining what metal bending is, so if you're not a fan of both Marvel and Avatar, then this video is not for you. I realize this video has a pretty specific niche target audience. So let's get right into it. If Vibranium was real, could a metal bender metal bend it? Oh yeah, and if bending was real too, I know it's not real.
I am in touch with reality.
So we know that metal bending is not really the bending of the metal itself, it's the bending of the earth impurities within the metal, as shown during its discovery when Toph was able to sense the impurities with her seismic sense. Now, this leads to the question, what exactly are earthbenders bending? Earth is a pretty vague term that seems to refer to several different things in the show. I'm going to elaborate on this in a future video, but after searching the internet, the most popular theory seems to be that earthbenders are bending silicon, element number 14, as it's the second most abundant element in the Earth's crust, after oxygen, and we know they aren't bending that, and it's found in many soils, sands, rocks, and clays. Now, this theory may or may not be true, but we do know that for an earthbender to bend metal, it must contain enough impurities of earth, whatever that may be. It's shown in the Legend of Korra that they could not bend purified platinum.
I'm afraid you won't be able to metal bend that wall, Chief Big Bomb. It's solid platinum. My mecha tanks are platinum as well. Not even your renowned mother could bend a metal so pure.
So we know Elvis's albums can't be bended, but what about Vibranium? After some quick research, I found that Vibranium is actually not its own element. This is because to fit on the periodic table of elements, it would have to have a greater atomic weight than any of the known real-world elements. And elements with such high weights are radioactive. Like yo mama! And apparently Vibranium is not radioactive, which means that it must be made of some combination of other elements. Many well-known metals are alloys. Steel is an alloy of carbon and iron, bronze is an alloy of copper and tin, Iron Man's suit is an alloy of gold and titanium.
Iron Man, that's kind of catchy. It's got a nice ring to it. I mean, it's not technically accurate to see it's a gold titanium alloy, but...
Now, the writers at Marvel can probably never say what the exact chemical makeup of Vibranium is without violating some laws of chemistry or physics.
That thing does not obey the laws of physics at all.
Okay. I am the least scientific person you'll ever know.
If they create a fictional element, then that element would have to be radioactive. And apparently, Vibranium is not. So the answer to the question in this video is...
I don't care.
That's it. So check out my other videos and consider subscribing.
Just kidding.
So the answer to the question in this video is pretty simple, but not certain. Vibranium could hypothetically be metal bended if any of the following are true. 1. If its unknown chemical composition contains whichever element or elements earthbenders are bending, be it silicon or otherwise. 2. If the vibranium itself contains earth impurities. Or 3. If it is alloyed with something else that contains earth impurities, which is kind of like number 2, I guess, but you get the idea. Apparently, Captain America's shield is actually an alloy of vibranium and steel, which could definitely contain earth impurities. I also found that in the MCU TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they have an interrogation room that's composed of a silicon carbide vibranium alloy. So, if the silicon bending theory is true, then they should be able to bend that. How's that show been, by the way? I think I stopped watching in, like, season 2. Now, Wakanda is so technologically advanced that I feel like they would be able to make their metals with little to no impurities. So, I doubt their processed vibranium could be metal bended. Or metal bent. Is it bent? Is it bent or bended? Have I been using the wrong grammar this whole time? Here, I'll Google it real quick. Is it bent or
I don't
bended?
care.
Oh, who cares? I'll look this up some other time. So yeah, I don't think an earthbender could metal bend processed Wakandan vibranium unless it contains the earth element as part of its chemical composition. Cap's shield would be more likely to be bendable as it contains steel from 1940s USA, which is more likely to have earth impurities. So that's it. The answer is basically just yes if it contains Earth, and no if it doesn't. But what exactly is the Earth that Earthbenders bend? I'm going to discuss that in a future video. So what other hypothetical crossovers with Avatar would you like me to spend my time pondering? Leave your ideas in the comments and maybe I'll make a video about it. For any newcomers here, my channel's main focus is Avatar, not Marvel, but if you watched this, you probably like Avatar, so subscribe to my channel, or I will feed you to my children. I'm just kidding, I don't have children.